Every single song that the Beatles ever made was based on some sort of creative risk. As much as the band may have received criticism at the early stages of their career for writing the kind of commercial rock music that everyone could dance to, the latter half of their career would see every member rising to the occasion to create something beautiful and often unpredictable in the studio. They were no longer content with simply topping the charts. They were reshaping what pop music could sound like. Although Ringo Starr was always rock steady whenever he sat behind the drum kit, he felt that one of the band's songs could never be played the same way again, even by himself. Looking back on what Starr gave to the group, the differences without him behind the kit are like night and day. Even though the band had other qualified drummers laying out percussion at various moments, whether in early sessions or later interpretations, none could truly replicate his feel. All of the songs with Starr have a different swing behind them, something subtle yet unmistakable. His playing wasn't about technical flash in the traditional sense, it was about feel, groove, and personality. Starr provided the perfect heartbeat for every single track to move, anchoring even the band's most experimental moments in something human and grounded. When discussing his approach to the instrument, Starr would often say that he was always looking to play for the song rather than for himself. That philosophy became one of his greatest strengths. Instead of overwhelming a track with complexity, he would add whatever musical flourish would help push the composition forward. As the band started to make bold, new creative decisions, Starr had to evolve as well. His adaptability became crucial, even leading him to unconventional techniques like tapping rhythms on his knees when working on Words of Love, originally by Buddy Holly. These moments highlight just how inventive he could be when pushed outside the traditional boundaries of drumming. Once the band fully embraced studio experimentation, their first real taste of acid rock textures came with Paperback Writer. Featuring a biting, aggressive guitar lick and dense vocal harmonies, the track marked a turning point in their sound. Starr, meanwhile, was at his most disciplined and precise behind the kit, delivering tight, punchy fills that grounded the song's more adventurous elements. His drumming acted almost like a safety net, keeping everything cohesive when the arrangement threatened to spiral outward. Then again, Starr's true passion, and perhaps his most daring performance, would be reserved for the B-side of that single. Across the psychedelic track Rain, Starr seems to completely reinvent his own style. Instead of restraint, he leans into controlled chaos, unleashing a barrage of intricate, unpredictable drum fills. Each phrase feels spontaneous, almost as if it's being discovered in real time, while John Lennon delivers surreal reflections on perception and reality, tied to the metaphor of shifting weather. Looking back on his approach to the drumming, Starr himself admitted that what he achieved in that session felt almost impossible to recreate. Speaking to Goldmine, he said, "It's not my best playing, it's just different. I played Rain, and I've never played like it since or before it. It's very busy for me. If anyone asks me about my strangest drumming, it's Rain. I don't think it's the best I ever played, and I don't think it's the most inventive I ever played, but it's certainly different than 99% of everything else I've played." What makes that statement so fascinating is how it contrasts with how listeners perceive the track today. For many fans and musicians, Rain represents one of the most innovative drumming performances in rock history. It's not just the complexity, it's the feel. There's a looseness to it, a sense that the rhythm could unravel at any moment, yet it never does. Starr walks a tightrope between precision and unpredictability, creating something that feels alive in a way few recordings ever have. Then again, Starr's presence behind the kit can't be fully appreciated unless it's heard in its original context. When listening to the master recording before it was slowed down during production, his playing reveals an even more astonishing level of energy and control. The rapid-fire hits and relentless momentum almost anticipate the kind of drumming that would later define punk rock, years before the genre even existed. It's a reminder that the Beatles weren't just following trends, they were quietly setting them. That sense of controlled chaos is exactly what made Rain such a landmark moment for Starr as a drummer. Instinct overruled everything. He knew when to push forward, when to pull back, and when to let the rhythm hover on the edge of collapse without ever losing control. It's this instinctive quality that makes the performance feel impossible to imitate. You can learn the patterns, you can study the fills, but capturing that exact feel, the subtle push and pull, is something far more elusive. In that respect, Rain becomes more than just an experimental B-side, it's a snapshot of the Beatles at their most fearless. Every member is operating at the edge of their creativity, and Starr is right at the center of it all, driving the song forward with a performance that defies easy explanation. He may downplay his contribution, but the track stands as undeniable proof that even his most different playing was essential to the band's evolution. From there, Starr would eventually settle into a more refined groove for the remainder of the Beatles' career, always serving the song above all else. But when the music called for it, he could still unleash that same raw energy, as heard in the explosive intensity of Helter Skelter. Moments like these serve as a reminder that Starr was far more versatile than he's often given credit for. Starr may catch some criticism as one of the more replaceable members of the Beatles, but that perception couldn't be further from the truth. Remove him from the equation, and the band's chemistry collapses. His timing, feel, and musical intuition were the glue that held everything together. And in the case of Rain, he didn't just keep time, he redefined what rock drumming could be, creating something so unique that even he believed it could never truly be played the same way again.